Been to Cambodia a fair few times now, but there's a darkness there that we touched on, which is tricky. You know, we had the whole, genocide issue, which was devastating for the country. And that created a gap, only about sort of 40 years ago, of anyone scientific, essentially.
1 of 4 people have been killed, and most of them because Khmer Rouge doesn't want any rebel. Rebel come from smart people, I would say. So what they would do is they would eliminate smart people. Teacher, people who work in the government. My grandpa also died there at that time because he was a pilot. Pilot was also considered someone who is smart. And they want to kind of get rid of religion people. So monk was generally just killed off. No matter smart or not, monk will just be first target. They just want to eradicate any way people can get education. Veterinarian doctor also is supposedly be one of them.
I'm sorry, it's horrendous. This is Phnom Penh. This is the capital city of Cambodia, home to 2.1 million people. But it's also home to one of the largest dog populations in the world. And this city has an estimated total of between 1 and 2 children that die each week from rabies. So our mission over the next 10 days is to vaccinate every single dog we can find in this whole city and turn that stat around, make it one of the lowest in the world. Look out there, think of all the volunteers that we've got on this project, 12 different countries, about 100 of them have come over here, 250 final year vet students at local university, and they're going to have to go to every single door, down every single street, visit every single house to vaccinate every single dog.
So before the project started, we mapped out the whole of Phnom Penh. We have 120 vaccination teams across 771 vaccination regions. We have 3 hubs across Phnom Penh city, 1 north, 1 west and 1 south. And all of the teams are based out of there.
I know it's hot, I know it's tiring. We've had a long week already. We've got 1 week left. Let's go!
They start from the outskirts and move their way into the centre of the city. This is all managed through the WVS data collection app, and everybody is entering in data for every dog that they vaccinate, creating a map of all of the vaccinations that we can provide to governments and other local stakeholders.
So the whole point of this is we've got to establish herd immunity amongst all the dogs. So the dogs are the reservoir host of the disease. That's where rabies lives. It lives amongst the dog population. And what we've got to do is vaccinate enough dogs so that the statistical probability of a dog with rabies biting a dog that is already vaccinated is more likely than not. And that's how the virus dies out.
Is there a cultural sensitivity, a diplomacy with the dogs, or is it all about vaccinating dogs and
I mean, absolutely. There's a huge sort of respect and cultural sensitivity with what we're trying to do, but for us, it's just cracking on and getting the dogs vaccinated. The good thing I think about temples is you often find loads of dogs and they feed the dogs. So, like, the dogs here generally are in better condition and there'll be more of them. But it's just trying to remember when you've got to get your shoes off and when you haven't and stuff like that. But it's just trying to get these dogs vaccinated. You know, 1 every 6 minutes max. So, enough chat. So Yat's pretty excited because he's had the whole project and he hasn't quite ever made 100 dogs in a day. So he hasn't got his blue shirt yet. Today is the day. 40 dogs so far, 11 o'clock, smashing it.
One dog coming up.
Another dog. Hello you, hello. 41. Just give us a vaccine, mate. Challenge is it's 2 massive Rottweilers in a cage that the monks are nervous of handling. That's the slight challenge.
And what are you going to do?
Handle them, see how we go.
You've got a couple of Ridgebacks, or 3 Ridgebacks at home, haven't you? So you're used to big dogs.
I like big dogs, but Rottweilers are hardcore. They, you know, good dogs, all right. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. You're a good doggy.
Why do you think they're in a cage?
Well, I mean, these guys are like massive security dogs, so they're here just for like fearsome terror, essentially. So what he needs to do is he needs to come to front here. Good dog. Okay. Good dog. Do you want to stand? You come out here, stand in front. Okay, that's good. First one done. Good dog. Yep. Okay, one done. Next one. Good dog. Hello, you. Oh, you got him? Okay, good work. Mark him up. Good boy, good boy. Okay, nice. Job done. Now come. Just a little half dose to that one. I know, I'm sorry. Okay.
That's him. Bad.
47. Another 9. So this is brilliant news. We're now up to, I think we're up to 56 dogs now.
How long? How far?
11:15. So we see if any other team can beat us. The gauntlet's down. I've texted the group, I told them, you're too weak, you're too slow. You've got no chance. I think it went down well. I think it's good morale boosting. It doesn't feel like oppressive bullying or, you know, competitiveness or anything like that. I think this just lifts everyone up knowing they just can't touch our team.
I know you like to write books. Have you ever thought about a motivational book?
No, funnily enough, no. I think it'd be burnt pretty quick. Oh God, no, tear it up, throw it away. No. But they won't beat us, and they just need to know that.
And why is that important to you? You don't have to answer that. We don't want to know. We really don't want to know.
No, I think the thing is, it's just fun. Look, I'm getting some stick back here.
Right, what have they said?
So I first put down, you're too weak, you're too slow, you're never going to beat us. You are the leader. You're incredible. Yeah, absolutely. No one's going to.
Is that what they said?
No, not at all. They haven't said that at all.
Yeah, tell me what they said.
You have competition. And then someone's put, is everyone okay in the areas? No one's missing, are they? It's all very sweet. We don't know where our leader is. Are they in disarray? Please let me know the area you're in and I can direct you if you need it.
I think the thing with all of these projects is when we start them, we're obviously trying to make a difference in the places in which we work. So a project like Phnom Penh, we came here because statistically about 2 children died a week from rabies in the city. I mean, absolutely heartbreaking. But at the same time, there's an animal welfare component. What happens when we're out vaccinating all dogs and we find an injured dog? That's another really common question. And the answer is, normally we do the best we can in that situation. But we can always do better. So this year we set up a treatment clinic where injured dogs could be brought for treatment at a proper base with a whole team of vets. We've got funding for that, and we started going on with that aspect. And then evolution up is how do we change the moral perception moving on? How do we improve that attitude towards dog welfare? Sterilisation, humane population control, neutering dogs, not really a done thing in Cambodia very much, so we've launched that. And that's what the WS Thailand team all came to do. They set up a neutering clinic, and amazingly, we had a surgical list of any owners that wanted their dogs sterilised, and it was full within minutes. It's been overwhelming as a response. It's hugely encouraging because now we can drive that aspect forward too. And that means, as a total, there should be less dogs. And that means it's easier work for us, vaccinating dogs, cheaper for the project, everyone gets on board with it. We improve welfare towards dogs, stop loads of puppies roaming the streets, and it's a win-win all round. So that's the vision. We keep growing this, we get the government to invest, to get proper partnership, so the project can expand, ideally nationally. And then we get the whole country rabies-free and improve all the dog welfare. So you set this up 8 years ago?
8 years ago, yeah. I came to Cambodia 10 years ago, worked in the political development sector, and then I found a dog.
That's how it always begins.
That's how it begins. I found a dog, and yeah, he inspired and motivated me.
What was his name?
Henry.
So the cool thing is, obviously, everywhere we go, it's working with local partners. That's the most important thing. Tina was the most competent in Phnom Penh that we could find, driving great stuff, trying to affect change, battling against the odds, essentially. And so it made loads of sense to team up with Tina, drive forward, and Tina believed in what we're doing, and the rabies stuff and all of that. The link now we're going to work together towards is to set up an international training centre with the university. But what we mustn't do is forget here the awesome work you're doing with the treatments, because actually a lot of the ITCs, it's really good for them to have an outreach as well. And seeing all of this really helps me, because it gives me a real perspective as to kind of what you're up against and how hard you've worked to build it and get it going, but also ideas as to how simple things can potentially be a game changer and help and support. This is what we need to work out, is whether we do a relocation, or you do a relocation of ARC to the same place as the ITC, and we have an outreach clinic based there. That's one option to discuss and think about. Or do we invest in supporting this as a little clinic? Key things you need. What are you desperate for? What's your wish list?
Okay, so definitely blood machine, because we're sending the bloods out to a different clinic right now. We don't get blood results on time, we can't treat the animals on time, so that is a big headache at the moment. Extra staffing, veterinary assistants, veterinarian, just to help with the workload that's happening every day.
Cool. Okay, Tina, thank you.
Yeah, thank you also.
See what we can do.
Yeah, thank you.
It's really tough, this. You go to these great shelters in places all over the world, and they're often run by people a lot like Tina. You know, they're really inspiring characters. They've come somewhere, they found an animal that needed rescued, one thing's led to another, they've given their heart and soul to set up a charity and try and make a difference. And you visit them and they're battling against the odds. You know, we look around there and you can see space is so tight. It's really tight. They haven't got a blood machine. But then there's the challenge, you know, Tina's given her everything to this. Does she want to become part of that bigger thing? Because it loses a bit of that charming, wonderful individuality, which you also really want to champion. And it's a heck of a thing. It's a heck of a thing. You set something up and you've got to kind of give a little bit of your baby away. I look at it more like it's kind of got to a moment where the baby leaves home, maybe. That's it. You've still got that link and strong bond, you're always there for it, but it's time for it to fly. Anyway, in the meantime, let's see if we can help with the blood machine. Step one. And that's the thing no one can really get their head around. Genocide took out everybody who was linked with any health program. So it's all infectious diseases, but of course rabies being a primary one, which maybe is why rabies has just absolutely been sky high in Cambodia, because there was no knowledge base, was it? It was all taken. It's all got to be rebuilt up and established. And you know, is that maybe why it's gained so much traction?
With genocide, everything is eliminated. Food and freedom and stuff like that. So how people are born in that time or raised in that time, they would just scavenge and eat whatever they find, which lead to more and more people would just eat whatever animal they have, like pet animal and stuff like that.
You need a sense of adventure. I'm not going to kid you. I tell people, don't join these programs because you want a holiday. It is no holiday. You'll work harder here than any other time you'll ever work in the year.
the point is that hard work, it's for a cause.
I'm a lab technician, so I never touch syringe, needles, and especially not handling dogs. So this is a great opportunity for me to learn a lot.
It's incredible the number of international volunteers, but I think the brilliant thing as well is working one-on-one with Cambodian vet student as well. I think what we're getting out of it is hugely beneficial, but I think also what they're getting out of it. We're making them vaccinate, we're making sure that they get lots of experience, and I think their confidence will definitely grow having had this experience.
ចំពោះបេសកកម្មនេះគឺខ្ញុំបានដឹងពីលោកគ្រូដែលនៅបង្រៀននៅក្នុងសាកលវិទ្យាល័យពង្រឹងកសិកម្មដែលគាត់នៅជំនាញវិទ្យាសាស្ត្របានដឹកនាំសិស្សនិស្សិតឆ្នាំទី3ដើម្បីចូលទៅក្នុងបេសកកម្មហ្នឹង
Go get my coffee now.
I hadn't ever imagined doing something like this as part of being a vet. To be able to do it, it's been a really humbling experience. The people are so grateful.
If I go to hire a young veterinarian and they've done something like this, instantly they go to the top of the list because they have world experience. And it takes empathy to do something like this because it's hard work, it costs money, it's difficult, but you have to have empathy. And so the minute that they do this, if they don't have empathy when they start, they're going to have empathy when they finish.
I was working yesterday with Ben, who's a teacher. He wants to be a teacher. You know, he's not even a vet or a vet nurse. He came out here, his sister loves animals. She's a vet, she's dragged her brother out. He's here. He's such a nice guy. He's brilliant, brilliant. You don't need to be trained in any sort of fancy veterinary stuff to help vaccinate the dogs and log the data. You just got to care, you've got to want to do it.
The goal is hugely important. I think it should be important to everyone. It's so disappointing that it's the poorest countries that are worst affected. It's absolutely possible to do. It's been shown in other areas of the world that it is possible. So I really hope that here in Cambodia we'll be able to make a big dent.
I think one of the big buzzes we all get from being in this project is working with each other. It's colleagues, it's people who care, it's people from all over the world who come here and they all bring something, all bring their passion, their energy and their determination. They're all fighting for this and you get this kind of united tribe feeling, you know, where we're pulling forward. You don't want to let everyone else down. It's really inspiring actually.
អារម្មណ៍គឺពិតជាសប្បាយចិត្តដែលអង្គការបានចុះមកចាក់វ៉ាក់សាំងការពារជំងឺឆ្កែគួតឲ្យអត់គិតថ្លៃដល់ប្រជាជនព្រោះដើម្បីបង្ការជំងឺឆ្កែគួតនៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជាពួកយើងបានជួយច្រើនខ្លាំងមែនទែនទោះបីយើងជួយតែទីក្រុងភ្នំពេញក៏ដោយតែយើងពិតជាបានជួយដល់ប្រជាជនមែនទែន
I just feel like it's a program that is sustainable and long term. It's making a difference, and I think a lot of volunteer programs out there don't do that. So that's why I'm now committed to Mission Rabies. I just retired. I'll probably be doing a couple trips a year. You know, for as long as they'll have me, you know, I'll keep coming back because I feel like it's a really worthwhile project.
How many times in life do you have that opportunity, you know, to really change something for the better? You know, we know by doing this we will prevent the death of probably 2 children each week. How cool is that? So without the volunteers, it'd be absolutely impossible. We get nowhere. But the fun thing is, you know, they come in, they're enjoying it. We enjoy working with them. It's totally inspiring as a trip, and we just need more volunteers and more projects, and that's how we get it done.
What we're doing is helping people to understand that it's not back then anymore. We are in the future now. We need to change our mindset. We need to see past that. I want to make sure that people know that because of the genocide, we lose a lot of our resources, learning material, education material. So what you guys why are you guys so impactful is because you guys can come not just to do everything for us, you guys are helping us to understand, like we said, from home to home, educate people about the importance of rabies and the importance of rabies vaccine. And because of our government and people from school, you guys just help them because they just needed resource. They understand, but they want to help everyone understand. You guys jump-started it, and now we're going to continue finishing it.
For me, it's a choker. It's awesome. It means a lot to me. It's such a privilege to be here. Work with you, work with the other guys, you know, just such a great team to be with. I just love the energy of it. I love the way it's growing. And I honestly believe we can do it. When we first started, obviously 75,000 10 days is great. This year, I'm like pinching myself. 230,000.
Triple, almost triple.
Insane.
It is insane.
Oh, wow.
Ideally, Siem Reap would be your next destination, right?
Oh, it'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a good one. Yeah, it'd be great. We're just going to keep plugging away, do our thing. So you're with us next year for sure.
I hope to be.
And then you've got to give us steering points as to where we go after that. 5 years, whole country.
Okay.
Okay, it's a deal. Let's just see if we can do it.